Jonathan Samuels. We start today with evidence that some hospitals are spending nothing on cyber security, putting sensitive medical data and even lives at risk.
A Sky News investigation found 7 NHS trusts serving more than 2 million people had no budget for cyber security, while 45 trusts were unable to tell us how much they spent. Sky's technology correspondent Tom Cheshire reports.
The NHS strives to keep us healthy and out of harm's way in the real world. Digitally, it's another story. Last month, 3 hospitals' computer networks were shut down, with appointments and operations cancelled. Now, a Sky News investigation has found that some NHS trusts, serving more than 2 million people, are spending nothing on cyber security. These serious vulnerabilities could put patients' medical information and even their lives at risk.
The West Midlands Ambulance Service, near Dudley. It's here that Gary Colman hacks the NHS on behalf of the NHS. He finds out weaknesses and gives Trust the information to fix them.
It's a game of cat and mouse, to be honest, and it's ever-evolving, and trying to stay on top as both a hacker, or an ethical hacker, but also from the point of view of the NHS IT security teams, trying to stay on top of things is just a huge task.
Sky News made freedom of information requests to NHS trusts asking about their cybersecurity. We received responses from 95 trusts. Their average annual spend in 2015 was £22,180, slightly up from 2014. 7 trusts said they spent nothing on cybersecurity in 2015. 45 trusts were unable to say how much they spent on cybersecurity. Sky News also discovered that the number of data breaches had risen, as well as the number of those breaches that were computer-related.
These Freedom of Information requests tell us how much NHS trusts spend on cybersecurity. That's a proxy for how good it is, but we wanted to go a bit deeper, so we've come to a security company who's been taking a look at their systems.
We took those trusts and identified their internet presence.
Hacker House tests security for its clients, both digitally and physically. One of their researchers didn't want to be identified, hence the mask. We gave Hacker House details of the trusts that spent the least and most on cybersecurity. They looked at their networks, and they found a series of worrying problems. First, plenty of outdated and vulnerable software. Second, old security certificates that could be exploited by a hacker. After that, it was easy to find exploitable email servers, email addresses, and even passwords used in NHS trusts.
Extremely weak. I would have to say that the security across the board was weak for many factors. I mean, out-of-date SSLs, out-of-date software. It was very clear that you could bypass any one of these trusts just by, doing your right recon online. Using the right tools, you can find any number of information, including emails and passwords that were readily available. So breaking the law wasn't even needed. You just needed to spend enough time looking at these trusts.
Cyber attacks on hospitals are becoming more common. Derriford in Plymouth was forced to pay off hackers who got into their systems. And last week, the North Lincolnshire&Goole NHS Trust cancelled around 100 operations after its network was taken down.
Well, it shows us how really dependent we are upon our computer systems. There's almost nothing which goes on within this organisation which doesn't require connectivity to a server, from monitoring the temperatures of our drugs to prescribing drugs to organising discharge letters to dictating letters. Everything is very dependent upon on our networks, and when they go down, we have to revert to a paper system.
Sky News has shared these weaknesses with NHS Digital. More attacks are certain to come. These defences need patching up.